Morning. How are y'all? I know it's been a minute since we've talked, and I apologize for that, but really lacked motivation. Too much negativity is not good for me. I'm not a negative person. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. But I was inspired the other day. I meant to do this yesterday, and I tried. I really did. I tried 4 times to do this, and I never could get it exactly what I wanted to say. And I don't know that I've got it exactly how I want to say it today, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I was inspired by a buddy of mine, cowboy type, that reminded me of a video starring Jeff Daniels. Well, I don't know that he's starring it. Well, he stars in the show Newsroom, or did. I don't even know if it's still on the air, but the clip that he showed me or told me about came from Newsroom. And in the clip, Jeff Daniels explains or answers a question: is America the greatest country in the world? And his answer is no, for innumerable reasons that I can't name all of them. I can't remember that much. That, and it's way too early in the morning. But he goes on to say that it's not, but it can be. And that's the it can be is what I want to focus on this morning. There are too many discrepancies among people of different ethnicities, different religious backgrounds, different beliefs in general in America these days. And while it's okay to be different, it's okay to be an individual, in order to become one, you cannot jump on your pedestal so high that you alienate everyone else. Now, in America, we have rights. You have the right to bear arms. You have the right to freedom of speech. You have the freedom of religion. And freedom comes up often enough that we say America is the greatest place in the world because of freedom. Well, there's 207 sovereign states in the world that also have freedom. So while freedom is a blessing, it is not the only blessing. As American citizens, we are truly blessed. And if we would stop the bickering and the fussing and the fighting long enough to realize this, to acknowledge this, to understand this, I feel we would be far better off. But we can't, as a nation, as a society, we can't seem to do that. I want to hate you because you voted for this guy. Or I want to hate you because you didn't stand for this. Or I want to hate you because you don't believe this. And that is never going to bring us together. The idea of hating someone for their opinion being different to yours is never going to create any type of unity. It cannot create unity. All it will do is continue to divide. And I think we all know what happens when you divide a nation. There's historical facts. There's numerous battlefield regalia. There's stories. We studied about it in school. We cannot divide a nation. Then we become a laughingstock. Well, they can't get their stuff together. So why should we even worry about America? You know, they're too busy fighting amongst themselves to be any threat, to be any concern, to be any worry to us, because they can't come together enough to even defend themselves, because they're too busy worrying about some overpaid athletes kneeling instead of standing up and pledging allegiance. Guess what, folks? That's their right. They have the right to do that. You have the right to disagree with them, just like I do. I don't think that's right. But it's their right as an American citizen. And with that being said, while I don't agree with it, I'm not going to hate them for it. I'm not going to stop everything I'm doing on Sunday, because Sunday is my only day off. When I get home from church, I've got a boatload of things to do. Sunday's my only day off, so I don't stop what I have to do to go watch the NFL. What overpaid athletes do is irrelevant to me. It's totally irrelevant. It means absolutely diddly squat to me. I didn't want to talk about that, and I apologize that I got on it, but that doesn't need to be our focus. Our focus needs to be coming together. Figure out why they're doing what they're doing. Sit down and talk to them and figure out why they're doing what they're doing. And let's resolve that situation. If it is a situation. Y'all, we are a blessed society. We are a privileged society. I don't know anyone that is persecuted on a daily basis. And you say, well, maybe you're living in a bubble, Toby. Maybe I am. But I work in the big city. I live in the country, and I don't know anybody that's persecuted on a daily basis. As far as I know, everybody that I personally know has the opportunity to get up in the morning, go to a job where they can earn a living, take this money, and while we have to give so much to the government, I disagree with how much we have to give to the government, but we have to. So render unto Caesar, as the Bible says. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I don't know anybody that doesn't have the opportunity to go to a job. It may not be the job they dream, but it's a job. It can be a job, any job. Make a living, provide for their family. And they have the ability to make decisions about the government. You have the ability, we have the ability as a democracy, such as it is, to vote. Now, if the candidate or candidates that we chose to vote for do not win, maybe we should have petitioned harder for said candidate or candidates. I was speaking to someone the other day that was dogging Donald Trump. And I asked him, I said, well, had Hillary won, how do you think she would have approached this situation? And he went on to explain. I said, well, and the conversation led to this and led to that. And he eventually admitted that he didn't even vote. And I thought, how are you going to dog the man when you didn't even vote? That's your right as an American citizen. That's your privilege. You are given the privilege to vote, and you opted out of it. But you are still privileged enough. You still have the freedom to dog the man that did win. Now, I'm not saying Donald Trump's a saint by any stretch of the imagination. I think he needs to shut up most of the time. Just hush. You won. Quit browbeating everybody. You know, quit making your stupid comments and run the government. And, you know, but that's just me. I don't know. Apologize for that little rant, but in any case, I think we have the ability as a nation, as a society, as a group to come together. We have got to come together, and we can make America great again. I know I stole that from Trump, but we can make America great again. But we have to do it together. We can't isolate each other, segregate each other, and go super defensive on each other and ever be a respected nation. We cannot. We cannot have civil war and ever be respected by the rest of the world. We can't, folks. It can't happen. If you don't believe me, look at history. I am simply stating the facts. We have to come together and stop all this stupid bickering and stupid fighting and fussing amongst ourselves. We have to come together. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. And it ticks me off to think that my children are going to be raised in a society where if you fuss and you gripe and you complain long enough, everybody's going to feel sorry for you, and you can just do whatever you want to. You need to pull your big girl britches up, or your big boy britches up, put your boots on and go to work. Because you can. You can go to work. There is work out there. It may not be the right work, it might be but you're privileged as an American citizen. You're privileged. We're all privileged. Now, there's going to be some that, if you've made it this far, and I know this is a long video, but there's a lot to say here. There's going to be some that disagree with me, and you're allowed. You by all means disagree with me, and you can write in the comments, Toby, you're a twit, and you don't know what you're talking about, and I'll accept that. I'll accept that. And I won't hate you for it. I love you for it. That's what it's going to take to bring America back. That's what it's going to take to make America great again. That's what it's going to take to be the greatest country in the world. We have to love one another, folks. We have to. We have to stop hate and start to love. We have to sit down and talk face to face. And I promise you, with everything in my heart, if we will sit down and talk face to face and listen, we'll find we got a lot more in common. Anyway, this has gone on long enough. But I love each and every one of you. I really do. And I'd hug you up all right now if I could. But I can't. So anyway, happy Friday. Y'all make it great. Hey, let's all hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and make America great. Okay? Let's make it the greatest country in the world. Together. Together. I'll lead the charge if I need to. Love y'all. Happy Friday. Keep smiling.